Oh man, has it been a hot minute. In fact, it's gonna take another hot minute because VRChat likes to be stupid. Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's been having a great, Friday. Let's see, who's that? Who's here? Hi, Mouse. Hi, Felix. Croa. First of all, Croa, I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Good to see you again. Croa, thank you for the gift sub to Felix. Hi, Sasha. Hi, Mezer. Cute Hans. Seth, yo, what up? Let's see. Anybody I miss? Looks like that's everybody. Is that a bunny? It is. It's me in VR. And it's me having to clear my throat. We're back in VRChat, and we're not just back in VRChat, we're back at Tierland by Jar, who I didn't look it up, but I am very, very certain. Also, I'm gonna fix the camera a little bit. It's a little low for my liking. I am fairly certain that this is the same Jar who made, what the fuck is it called? Audience Anarchy. I am fairly certain this is the same person. Hi, Padonk. What tier would you rate? Okay, actually, unironically, I would rank Tierland as one of like the top VRChat worlds because you could do it on stream, you could do it off stream, you could do it with friends, you could do it by yourself. I don't have enough fingers. So those are my top 4 reasons why. Seth, thank you for the, oh my god, the 120 stream streak. Jesus Christ. Hello, Raven. But yes, we're back here in Tierland. We're not going to start with tiers, mainly because I want to talk. I want to do more of these. Excuse me. I want to do less of that, and I want to do more of these VR streams, not just by myself, but with friends as well, because I think these are fun little streams where, you know, I can just get together either with, you know, just you guys or people I know, and we could just run around, have a good time. I like coming to Tierland. I think this is like a nice, fun, simple little thing we could do on stream, and it doesn't take like a super long setup, and I can, you know, we can have fun. We can banter. Hi, Padonk. Love you too, Seth. Seth took your spot. Oh, man. Seth's also been the reigning champion of the Yo What Ups. At this point, I don't, that is like the one redeem. It's not going to happen because I clear all my redeems and I'm lazy. I don't go and clear each individual one. I clear all my redeems. But I'd love to see who gets the most Yo What Ups, but I'm too lazy to like keep proper track. Christ. I'm sorry, that's going to happen a lot. I just had dinner and it was a very greasy dinner. So my throat is covered in a nice layer of grease. I am going to take a drink though. And I'm expecting the health check redeem. So this counts as that. Oh, you son of a bitch. I was like, what was that redeem?
Shit cube.
All right, fine. Let me go grab it. Thank you for the health check. That counted. All right. We've got, oh, dude, yeah, you know what's gonna help a lot with my fucking, with my throat after I just freshly ate a hamburger was fucking, is this. A nice green apple toxic waste candy. Also, hi, Crimson, cute-ass dork. Sorry, I need to peel off. Ew, it's melted to the fucking plastic, dude. It's melted to the plastic wrapper. I don't know why. This has just been sitting, in my room. All right. Here we go. Green apple. Ah, come on. No. This is why toxic waste sucks dick. Hey Siri, set a timer for 1 minute. Hey Siri, set a timer for 1 minute. Oh my god. That's such a nasty. Separaya. That's such a nasty flavor, but it's even nastier after. Yeah. Throat goat. No, I'm a bunny. But yeah, so let's see. Let's talk. What's been going on in your lives? I've had a horrible past 3 weeks because I've been covering for just about half of the people I work with. Badunk! You know what's awesome? That probably looked awesome. It probably looked like I really was staring at the message. I love toxic waste candy. Here's my thing. I don't mind toxic waste candy. It's just that, like, I don't mind sour. Sour's okay. Right? Sour's fine. I just hate toxic waste. Most of them taste really bad. Oh, man. Anyway, I'm just checking the timer. I'm like, is it done? Anyway, you know what I could have done was on my wrist. Anyway, not the point. I am going to a convention tomorrow, which is why I'm streaming today and not tomorrow. In fact, I'm not going to be able to stream next Saturday either. Oh, it's done. Thank God. Spit that out right into the trash. You know what's the worst part? Is like the flavor of the candy, depending on which one you get, is not that bad. It's just that most of them do suck. And because I went to go to my garbage can, my hips were all fucked up for a second. Let me catch up on chat. Cuties in chat, not me. Lies, you're a cute horse. You can't appreciate Peak. Actually, I do really like that game, so you're wrong. Indirect kiss, you're a dork. Link, go to Everfree. Are you buying my plane ticket? Are you gonna buy my ticket? That looked great. That looks, dude, fucking, literally. What if I do the whole stream like this? God, you can really see my low-res eyes, which at least 4 or 5 people I know comment on every time they see me. They're like, dude, your eyes are so low-res. And I'm like, I didn't, my brother in Christ, I did not make the model. Cute Han Spied, true. But yeah, so I'm going to a convention tomorrow. I'm going to Furrydelphia, mainly so I can meet up with XX Moo, who we all know and love. In fact, can we get a shout out for Moo? It's going to be XX underscore M00 underscore XX, I believe. I think she still has the underscores, but I'm also going to be meeting her one of her partners. I'm very excited. I don't know if there's anybody else I know that is going to be there. Yeah, Furrydelphia. What, you think furry cons can't have creative names? By the way, how does the audio mixing sound? Is the music too loud? Am I too loud? Music too quiet? Am I too quiet? I shouldn't be quiet. I'm looking at that fucking bar. I don't have con money. I'm really only going to this because it's like the next state over, and that's not bad. The thing that's gonna suck is parking. Dude, I've been thinking about that, like, ugh, music's kind of quiet. That's not the worst. Like, if you guys can like only kind of hear it, that's better than not hearing it at all, but it's even better than me, you know, having to scream over it. Skiggles says a booth there. Ooh, very fun. Yeah, I want to look around the vendor hall at Furrydelphia because I want to see if I can get some cool stuff. Kidnapping the bunny into the Midwest. Holy shit, the Starman. I mean, Mezzer, I'm going to the Midwest in December. All I need is my plane ticket and my con ticket. I should probably get my MFF ticket. Ooh. You know, it won't suck, Philly. She's like, that's true. Dude, I should see how close Geno's is to the con. It's in South Philly. What do you mean? I'm going to Midwest Fur Fest. I try and go every year. Yeah. I want to do, like, MFF every year. It sucks, because I know there are a lot of people I know who have kind of sworn it off for the time being for reasons, and we're not going to talk about those, chat. We don't want to bring that into this chat. Not now. Wow, that is very blurry. I'm not going to do that. This is a funny angle, but good lord. Oh man. Yeah, Philly's not that long. Literally the drive is like so minimal. Which is funny because, like, okay, you think about this, right? It's only a few hours. You tell that to someone from the fucking UK and they're like, oh, that's like an all-day trip for me. I hope I can go. I am a Padunk. You know why I'm hoping you can go especially. I'm not saying you're the only person I know who would let me room with them, but you're my best chance. No pressure. No pressure, by the way. I won't have a room. No, I'm kidding. Oh, Christ. Very tempted to do MFF, but I can't justify that. That is more than fair, especially with them having just raised their prices. But you know what? I talked with some friends about it. Look, here's my thing about MFF. You know what? Let's talk about that. That's a conversation that's not too controversial, but I do have a somewhat controversial take because a lot of people are upset about the price increase for MFF. And I think that's fully justified in an environment, in a world rather, especially in the US, where everything is going up in price. Nothing's coming down. Things are getting more expensive. Things are getting worse. For a con like MFF to suddenly just drop, by the way, we're upping the admission price to like $20 more for the whole weekend for the base price. And it's like, that sucks. Here's my thing, right? if they're going to, at the very least, make the effort to make the convention better, then I think it's justified by the price increase. Because, look, okay, slightly controversial statement. You know that meme of the guy at the podium and he's like, who wants this? And everyone raises their hand. And then he's like, who wants to do this so this happens? And everyone puts their hand down. That's people with the MFF price increase, right? That's like, who wants the con to get better? Who wants to pay more money so they can pay people like security? I'm not saying that's what the money is going towards. In fact, I think they put out a statement explicitly saying that, like, oh, it's, you know, part of it is because the hotel has raised their prices, whatever. Look, I'm not justifying the price increase if they're not going to do things to make the con better. But what I am saying is if they're going to take the money that they are getting, the increase in the revenue that they're getting from raising admission prices and put that towards making the con a better and safer space, like hiring better security or paying their volunteers at least like something, right? Because I've talked to people, and fuck it, I'll say it. Like, I was talking to Ezra, who goes to a lot of conventions, a lot of different kinds of conventions, and verbatim they said, I've been to smaller cons with less admission, like lower turnouts than MFF, that have better security and they pay their volunteer staff. And if that's what MFF is going to do with the increase in admission prices, I hate to say it, but that's justified. You hear all these horror stories, and this isn't even controversial, this is a fact. Every time there's a big convention, you hear all these horror stories. I was attacked, I was harassed, and all those people are extremely more than valid in that. But people say they want stuff done, and then it's like, stuff like this happens where the price increases and potentially that can go, and I'm saying potentially because there's no confirmation that the increase in the admission price is going to lead towards, you know, the convention. I'm being very careful with what I'm saying because I don't want people to get the wrong impression, because I get it. Look, dude, I was upset at the fact that the price increased. I was upset about that because, dude, I don't want to have to spend more money to go to a convention where the primary thing to do aside from meeting people is spend money. But at the same time, if that money is going towards making the con this big convention a safer space for everybody, I say do it. I say don't even hesitate. If you're going to pay your volunteers, if you pay them at all, if you do pay them more or hire better security, increase your prices. If not, then what the hell are you doing? Bigger cons, bigger. Exactly. The hot take I heard is that cons like MFF operate as if they are still a small scale operation, and that's what's making it very hard for people to justify going to them. And yeah, MFF needs to put on his fucking big boy pants and realize we're a big con with tens of thousands of people that attend this convention. We need to crack down and take this shit seriously. I mean, you look at conventions, like I went to too many games. Absolutely, there was security patrolling around the whole area. There were people, like there was convention staff that was very well equipped, to handle situations where you needed proper security. The Nintendo shit cube. You know what I realized? This isn't even like, it's fine. Yeah, it's whatever. Let's see. Link on MFF. He's going to be enemy. He's going to any enemy territory. Look, I don't hate Chicago. I just think that deep dish isn't a pizza. It's not a pizza. Just because you call it a pizza doesn't mean it's a pizza. Seth and I had this argument earlier. I'm just putting on my fan. Seth and I had this argument earlier. You know, you can't call a Pop-Tart a ravioli. There's too much different stuff in it. Once you start mucking with the base recipe, it stops being the thing you're calling it. And deep dish is too different. I just wanted to fuck with you. I know. I am fully aware of this. Look, I do not have a problem with Chicago deep dish at all. I just think that it is so fundamentally different from a regular pizza. Why are you calling it a pizza? Dude, I'll tell you this. I fuck with Detroit style pizza before I fuck with Chicago deep dish pizza in terms of calling it a pizza. Seth, you're a nerd. That happens on the other website that I can't stream on anymore unless I get a humanized avatar. Who wants to talk about MasterCard? No, God, no, I'm not touching that shit. I also don't think I have the qualification. Look, I may be an 18 plus streamer, but I don't do that kind of content in terms of streaming. Anyway, pain. Pain. Big pain. 9% rise crust. Detroit become pizza? Dude, I was looking right. I don't know why that fucking reminds me of that meme where the guy's like playing a fucking horror game and he's like making fun of like the side profile of the enemy and he's just like oh man. How long has it been? 25 minutes? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it took a couple of minutes to get ready. Oh man. But yeah, look, ultimately my point is if, and it's a big if MFF is going to raise their prices with the intention of con security and the convention experience as a whole being safer and better for everybody, I have no problem with that. And that's a part of the discussion that nobody is bringing up. And I think people need to bring that up because, look, if they're doing it just to increase prices and make more money, yeah, that's absolutely shitty and they deserve to be called out on it. But if they're doing it so that people can have a better con experience, I think that's a valid reason. And I think that, you know, first of all, well, actually, before any of that, they need to be vocal with why they're increasing the prices if they haven't already. So, excuse me. Christ alive. Oh, man, oh, man. Let's see, what else can we talk about? What else can we talk about that won't, like, suck? You know what I realized? It's fine. Saw BabsCon ending, considering all the problems of 4chaners running rampant and too much. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Babs was like the big West Coast bro. Well, was it? Okay, was Babs, Mezzer, I'm calling upon you. Maz, was Babs bigger or was Everfree? He says you're an asshole. Womp womp. I feel like if anything, something like Nightmare Nights probably ended due to like the rampant, like problematic brony scene. Close numbers. Yeah, Babs just had like dwindling numbers, right? Everfree has more. Well, Everfree's also still going, right? Babs ended. BabsCon ended. BronyCon ended. Dude. You know what I was actually, dude, fucking seamless segue. So I have a lot of my old brony merch from when I was a brony, right? And I looked on eBay because I was curious and I was seeing like, are people selling any BronyCon memorabilia? Because people didn't want to put on the event. Ah, okay. But I looked on eBay and I searched up BronyCon, right? And I was like, is anybody selling BronyCon memorabilia? And yeah, sure enough, like people are selling old pins, people are selling old hotel room keys, because the coolest thing about BronyCon was they would print like the little hotel room key cards with custom printings on them. It was awesome. What I found out is that apparently a lot of people have been selling the plushes of the mascots. They go for a lot of money. I think one alone goes for like $150. I have the whole set. And the worst part is I know why I have the whole set, and it's because it's 100% because my ex-girlfriend got them because she was a sponsor. And she didn't want them, and she was like, do you want them? And I was like, I will gladly take those off your hands. I don't know if they still have the tags, but if they do, they're probably worth a little more. But I'm telling you, like, I think one of them alone is currently listed on eBay for like $130. I don't know, man. Some brony out there wants it more than I do, and I can make a pretty penny off of it. Dude, Marion, you're so fucking right, dude. BronyCon 2019, what a trip. What a ride that was. Okay, look, I'm man enough to admit this. Only because it was like literally one of the things I had looked forward to for so long, and from when I was 13 to when I was 19 had become a constant in my life. When BronyCon ended, I cried a little. Like, I'll fully admit it, because I saw this not just as a convention and a place to go, it was a place where I could meet people as a central hub. And I think that's kind of what, like, a lot of conventions that are so fandom specific are, you know? And I think that's something that, like I think I talked about this last time, because, like, that's the reason why I enjoyed going to MFF so much, is because, not just because it was a big furry convention and, you know, other furries are going to be there and stuff like that. That is fun. But the more exciting part was the fact that so many of my friends were going to be there that, I mean, why wouldn't I go? It's an excuse to see my friends. And I think that's why a lot of people go to MFF. That's why a lot of people went to BronyCon. That's why a lot of people go to Everfree Northwest. Everfree Northwest. That's why a lot of people go to Philadelphia. I don't know. Other conventions. 6 years? Yeah, yeah. Dude, I went for 6 goddamn years. Every single year. Every single year it was in Baltimore. I went to BronyCon. I didn't go in 2012 because that was before I was a Brony, and that was when it was in New York, even though that was technically still close to me. I don't know. I loved it. It was a yearly tradition for me. From when I was 13 to 19, it was a yearly trip that I would take with my mom. She would walk around Baltimore. I would run around the con. It was fun. It was the first con I went to when I started doing YouTube. Hello, Bree. Speaking of going, I gotta go because of work. All right, Sasha, you have a good night. Christ, I'm so sorry. Maybe I should have a sip of water. But yeah. I mean, I think that's just generally why people go to conventions. Thank you for the health check. You timed that really bad. Because you're doing it while I'm already taking a drink of water. Ah, there we go. Cute bunnies, this is true. But yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like generally speaking, do you guys think convention spaces are like kind of like that? Put your answer in the comment. No. I can't help when the timer expires. Then you don't gotta be a fucking buzzer beater. I don't think I'm bunny brain. This is so true. Oh man. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like other stuff to really talk about. Is my... Oh, wow, yeah, that's Max. I was looking up on my fan, because, like, goddamn. Bunny like conventions. Bunny do like conventions. I love cons, dude. I love going to cons. I need to make more money. Oh, dude, you know what I need to do? Is something that I've been saying, but I'm properly paying off my student loans now. Because before I was on the SAVE program, which allowed me to put off without gaining interest, which was super helpful, by the way. I do not think I would be as financially okay as I am right now if it weren't for the SAVE program. Now it is gone. So I need to now pay off my student loans. Thankfully, my monthly payments are a lot less than I thought. I'm not going to say how much, but I am very, very happy they are not as high as I expected. The thing that I need to do now is I need to make a budget sheet of all my expenses, the things that I pay off every single month. Car bill, insurance, student loans, everything like that. Then I need to break that down even more and think about how much I put away into savings, because I do have a savings account. It's a lot of work. I just need to do it. I need to bite the bullet and I need to do it, but I don't want to do it, man. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, 2027? Oh, God, that's so far away. It's 2 years. Still working off my loans, not a ton left, but yeah, good. Look, the closer you are to paying off your loan, the better. And even if you have paid off your loan, if you don't think that student loan debt should be forgiven, I want you in a ditch. I feel very strongly about forgiving student loan debt, even if you don't have a lot or any loan debt to pay off. I think if you disagree with the idea of loan debt being paid off, like, you know, by the government or forgiven or whatever, I think if you disagree with that, while, like, you know, you are almost done paying off or have fully paid off your loan debts, didn't work as well as I wanted it to, but it worked. Ah, okay, yeah, I get you. Yeah, but that stuff's sad. Let's not talk about that. But I'm neurodivergent and procrastinate. This is so true. I am neurodivergent and I do procrastinate too much. This is very true. There we go. Well, look, we've been live for about a half hour. We didn't do a lot of talking, but we can do a hell of a lot of tiering. Who wants to do a tier list? There we go. I got this properly set up so we can, you know, the camera's not following me all around, because I have a feeling this is going to get kind of nauseating, you know? So I figured this camera angle is going to be much better. Rate all background ponies? No. Because we're going based off of whatever tier land has. Let's see. Someone in chat. Give me a letter. Give me any letter. Now that's going to be the category, because these are listed alphabetically. Also, I'm going to make sure that all my trackers are still working. Hey, very fucking creative. Thank you, Seth. All right. So for A, we've got adult cartoons, amusement parks, analog horror characters, animated cats, and Asian supermarket snacks. There is anime, but that has 60 fucking entries. I'm not doing 60 entries. That will be saved for like a subathon. I kind of want to do adult cartoons. We're going to do adult cartoons. You think student loans should be paid off by the government? That's crazy. I think the government shouldn't be for the people, but rather consolidate all money for rich oligarchs. You can't put /S. /S means serious, not sarcastic. I see that /S and I pray to God you're not being serious. All right, there's 35 entries on this list for adult cartoons. First off, we have interesting choice. So first off, I'm going to move my viewfinder over here. No, I'm sarcastic. First off, we have, let me get a little closer. We have home movies. I feel like, my personal opinion, this is one of those shows where not a lot of people know about it. People love seeing it on their timeline, like on their Twitter feed or their YouTube Shorts feed, everything like that. I thought SRS was serious. Oh, you know what? You might be right. You might be right. I always thought /S is /series. So home movies is really good. I do think it's one of those shows where people say it's better than it really is. Health check. I will take that health check. I'm not saying it's bad. Like, it's not bad by any stretch. I think it's got such a unique and charming style that really like makes it more stand out. And I love that about it. Also, H. John Benjamin's in it. Look, I have this really nasty habit of, hello, Behemoth. I have this really nasty habit of, I like H. John Benjamin. I don't like any of the shows he's in. It's not that I don't like them. It's that a lot of people love them, and I am like, they are fine. Watch will put it in S. Fair enough. I am going to, home movies is fun. It's a really good series. It's got a lot of great moments. I wouldn't put it in S. I don't know. How many seasons did the show get? Didn't the show get like no seasons? Like it got season 1 and then got canceled. Like didn't it fall victim to that curse? Seinfeld animated. No, that's the Looney Tunes show. I don't know. I think it's really funny. I don't think it's as good as everyone says it is. I'm gonna put it in. Would it be too mean to put it in B? I'm gonna put it in A. It's a good show. It's a very good show. It's very funny. It's very despite how like weird the characters look, it's a very well animated show. It's a lot of fun. I think it's enjoyable. Oh, dude, fucking classic. All right. Oh man, this show just came back, didn't it? Oh, Beavis and Butthead, dude. Fucking da-na-na-na-na-na. Oh, Christ. Okay. So, I will fully admit I'm not the biggest Beavis and Butthead fan. I love it. I think it's very funny. It's stupid. It's crude. It's it's a jackass kind of show. Who could forget the great Cornholio? Yeah, exactly. It's a really good show. In my opinion, look, I was just thinking about this earlier today. Mike Judge shows age gracefully. Because, stop me if you've had this experience. When you're a kid, you see shows like Beavis and Butthead and King of the Hill, and you're like, this sucks, this is boring, this isn't SpongeBob, I gotta recalibrate my mouth. This isn't SpongeBob, this isn't even Family Guy or The Simpsons, this is dumb and stupid and I hate it. And you get older and you're like, this is the greatest fucking thing I've ever seen. Never forget they had a point-and-click adventure game where an Easter egg was undiscovered. Yeah, this is true. Also, High Volp. Dude, look. Do I think it's like the... Am I crazy, or did we hear like 2 seconds of fucking Song of Storms? And then it was just gone. Do I think in my opinion, this isn't Mike Judge's greatest show, but it's so fucking funny. It's so good. Beavis and Butthead to America is great. The sequel series they did, or the continuation they did of Beavis and Butthead, mwah, beautiful. A great continuation. And I hope that another show is on here, because I've been watching it a lot, and let me tell you, I have plenty to say about it. But up next we have... Oh, okay. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I may get the title wrong. Harvey Birdman. I believe the full title is Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law. We're gonna talk about the penis. So, Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law. So, if I remember correctly, so first of all, this is an Adult Swim show, and this was one of their flagship ideas of taking old Hanna-Barbera animations and putting new, like, voice acting up to it, taking these old characters, taking the old animation, and doing something radically different with it. I wouldn't say this is like Better Call Saul, but it's more like if you know Space Ghost Coast to Coast, turn that into a parody of Attorney at Claw. Was that actually what it was called? Was it called Attorney at Claw? But take something like Space Ghost Coast to Coast and mix it with something like Better Call Saul, and you have Harvey Birdman. Amazingly written show. Very funny. Oh my god. You know what, Volp? Then you should have written for this show, because that's an infinitely better title than Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law. Oh, man. But yeah. Funny show. A lot of great writing. One of my favorite jokes of all time is when they have the Jetsons on, and first of all, they can't use the floor, so it takes them like 3 days to get from the doorway to Harvey's desk. And they fucking do this awesome joke where George is like, "We're from the far-off year of 2002. And he looks at his calendar and it's 2004. He's like, huh. It's so funny. And a lot of the writing is like that. A lot of the writing is very on par with that. I think this show was really short-lived. I don't think it got a lot of seasons. I don't think it got a lot of screen time. And unfortunately, it doesn't harm its ranking, but it harms the fact that, like, it leaves you wanting more. It could be a very dry show, but it's great. It got a video game? No, the fuck it didn't. Shut up. It's great. It's not the best Adult Swim show. Space Ghost was better. It's really good. I'm gonna give it a B. It had a lot of funny moments. Not my favorite show. From Adult Swim. I don't believe you, Mezzer. I need you to understand, I do not believe you. Why does my body look so weird? Oh, you know why? Because my hip tracker is fucked. It got a point and click? That's insane. Oh, okay. Hey, Marion, are you still here? Because you literally just brought this up. Can I give a controversial opinion? I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of this show. Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. You know what it is? It's not for me. The humor is a bit too dry. It feels like it goes really far into one direction of dry humor. I don't know. Daria's just not a fun character for me to be around. Like, I don't enjoy her. I enjoy some of the other characters on the show. I also feel I haven't watched this show in years, so maybe I need to give it a second chance. I just remember really not liking it. I just remember I don't like Daria. Daria is not a fun character to be around. Some of the other characters are great. Daria herself, I don't know. Was this also a Mike Judge show? Was this actually made by Mike Judge? Because wasn't Daria a character? God, I'm gonna expose myself. Wasn't Daria a character on Beavis and Butthead? If you want to talk about dry comedy shows, here's a dessert. Yeah, here's a desert, not a dessert. It's not bad. It's not bad by any stretch. Don't get it twisted. This is not a bad show. This is not like the worst. I'm sorry. At least I didn't put it in D for Daria. Oh god, do I have to fucking, like, actually talk about this, or can we just agree this is an F tier show? Oh god. All right, can I talk about something actually? Can I talk about not Mr. Pickles itself, but how people latched onto this show being terrible because it was gross. And the interesting phenomenon of how it feels like a lot of people, especially people in my age demographic, have moved on from gross out comedy. Because that's all this is. This is a very, very blatant attempt at just making a gross out humor show. It's got everything, every fucking bodily fluid under the sun. It's a satanic cult kind of show. Like, I'm not saying like I'm fucking what's it called? Like a satanic panic, like, I'm not trying to be that kind of guy. This show is the kind of if you showed this to someone from the 90s, like one of those satanic panic people, they would probably kill themselves. They would like genuinely, they would sacrifice themselves to God. But the interesting thing is, this show was hated not because of the contents that was in it, but because of the fact that the show itself was so unappealing. And I feel like this is when we start shifting away from the idea of adult animated shows. Excuse me. This is when we start shifting away from the idea of adult animated shows need to not look kid friendly, because you show this to a kid and they're going to cry, or they're going to think it's kick ass. But we started shifting away from adult shows needing to look like they're not made for kids to the idea that they just need to have content that's not made for kids. And Mr. Pickles, I feel like, was the straw that broke the camel's back. The show is not. Yeah, here's the problem. This show is boring. This show looks like shit, and there's nothing going on in it. There is one good moment from this show, and it's the fucking first of all, it's not even good in the context of the episode. It's just it's a batshit insane moment. But that audio where it's like, "Salutations, young Johnny. How you doing today?" That's a great fucking clip. This show sucks. This show really sucks. And I'm gonna say this. The entirety of the Liquid Death ad, these same animators did, the entirety of that Liquid Death ad is better than the entirety of this show. I don't think that's a controversial opinion. That 30-second ad is better than this. This fucking, I would put this in a fucking like a beyond bottom tier. It fucking sucks. It's horrible. At best, it looks like shit, and at worst, it's fucking boring. Make a better show, asshole. Ooh, okay, who wants a controversial opinion? This show is a roller coaster of quality. Why is my hip tracker not, like, dialing in? There we go. This show is a roller coaster of quality. Mr. Pickles was fucking dog shit. No, it absolutely was. It absolutely was. My thing with South Park... Okay. South Park has its moments. South Park has moments where it is one of the most cleverly written adult animated shows of all time. And to an extent, South Park has a gigantic advantage over any other adult animated show, and an episode can be written in a week. Not to get politics into this, but when Trump won the 2016 election and they wrote an episode around the idea that Hillary would win, they were able to go back and redo an entire episode within a week to show Trump, or in their case, Mr. Garrison, winning. Long runner, I'd give it an A. This show sucks now. Really good commentary or abysmal dog shit completely depends on episode. Yes, the more recent episodes of the show, especially with them doing overarching plots, it really sucks. I am sorry, but I do not care about the overarching plots. The election one was kind of funny, but it kind of sucked. Look, I'm not saying that, like, every show needs to be moral, but the fact that it never feels like any of the bad characters, like the really bad, unapologetically, and the, dubiously bad characters never get their fucking it's more the dubiously bad characters that get their comeuppance more than the objectively bad characters, or at least gets punished, like, on an objective, gets punished on a subjective level. You know what I mean? Never forget the parent chili. Never forget the parent chili. The COVID special was kind of fun. That was like the last good thing to come out of it. I don't know. I feel like this show has now hit Zombie Simpsons status, and that's really sad. You know what's really funny? They don't even advertise with Kenny anymore. Kenny is such a nothing character. They've totally replaced him with Butters. They will never admit that they replaced Kenny with Butters. They absolutely replaced Kenny with Butters. this show has a lot of really good moments. It's got a bit of a messy history, especially with stuff that's racist, very racist. I never was a big fan of the idea of offend everybody and nobody gets offended, but I don't know. I think Matt Stone and Trey Parker are good at what they do. It's just there are so many misses in South Park. Objectively speaking, it's not this bad, but it's not even close to this. It is a low B-tier show in its current state, and that is where it will stay. I don't play World of Warcraft. But as you said, you have a computer. Yeah, but I play Hello Kitty Island Adventure. That's one of the best jokes on the show. Oh. oh, how people's opinions on this show have changed with the fucking creator. Isn't that right? Oh, man. Talk about a show that people really, really liked, and now people are scared to say if they like it. Because correct me if I'm wrong, this guy's buddy with fucking Asmongold, right? He wants to get Asmongold on the show. Look, I don't like talking about Asmongold because I feel like he's fucking Beetlejuice, right? Castlevania has a show? It did have a show. It has a show. It's getting like another season, I think. What's really sad is this has so much more potential to be even better than what the creator is doing to it. Yeah. Great show, awful creator. Didn't he also like try and stir the pot during the whole Apu controversy? And he said, I'm the writer who complained about Apu. Like, I'm the one who removed him. And then people went after him. He was like, actually, I didn't do that, but you believed me. It's like, the guy's a dick. Can we isn't this guy also going to direct? What is he going to direct? It's not a Duke Nukem show, right? There's a new video game show coming out and he's going to direct it. And people are like, get him off the fucking project. Please. What is he going to direct? It's not a Duke Nukem. It's not Doom. Is it Wolfenstein? Might be Wolfenstein. Or was it the Devil May Cry? No. Was it Devil May Cry? Because I know people had problems with the Devil May Cry show. Why are you so knowledgeable and a nerd? I hated school, I'm autistic, and I grew up with Nintendo. It's a good show. It's a good show, but the creator does bring it down. I really hate for that to come into play. Look, if Mike Judge can make Beavis and Butthead better, the creator of Castlevania can make Castlevania worse. Excuse me. Oh my God, come on. Everything I said about South Park kind of ties back to this. Okay, I'm gonna say this. I don't want to be a hipster. I fucked with Rick and Morty before any of you fucked with Rick and Morty. I fucked with Rick and Morty before it was the default hot topic garbage tier fucking like $3 for a fucking keychain, $30 for a stupid Pickle Rick t-shirt. I was there for Rick and Morty before it went to dog shit and you all ruined it. I loved Rick and Morty. I remember on Justin Roiland's website, I remember seeing the pilot for Doc and Marty. I remember when this show got picked up, I was like, this is the funniest thing of all time. I believed that this show was the smartest and funniest and most intelligent, like, adult cartoon with great gross out humor. And I stand by seasons 1 and 2 of Rick and Morty are great. Why are we on season 9? Someone explain to me. Why are we on season 9? This show is abysmal. Aw, man, I didn't set that up right. Give me 1 second. Someone explain to me why we're on season 9 of this show and it sucks. Because I'm really not going to beat around the bush here. Rick and Morty fucking sucks now. And it's really just like unapologetically bad. You know? It's not funny. And look, we can talk about the Justin Roiland thing. That's been talked about to death. But yeah, Justin Roiland being like a creep and just being a lazy dickhead while working on this show. Like, how can you put created by Justin Roiland and be an active crew and cast member and have no input on the show, aside from drinking in the recording booth? There's the Song of Storms. Premises doesn't work for that. We're on like season 8 or 9. They just did an overarching plot where evil Morty comes in and they find the Rick that killed our Rick's Beth. Or not Beth. What was his wife's name? I don't fucking remember. I don't care. I don't care. This show sucks now. If this show had ended by season 4 or 5, I would have probably put it in a better tier. Dan Harmon, get your fucking shit in check. Like, you make too many incest jokes for people to be comfortable with. It's not funny anymore. It's like, there it is. There's my precious baby boy. Remember everything I said about Beavis and Butthead, where Mike Judge shows are shows where when you're a kid, you don't like them because you think they're boring? When you're an adult, you think this is the funniest thing of all time. I love King of the Hill. Unironically, might be one of my favorite shows. And that new season is so good. It's so fucking good. I cannot understate how much I love the new season of King of the Hill. It is funny. It is smart. It is a perfect continuation of where we left off from the original King of the Hill. But I want to say something that I noted about King of the Hill. I think what makes it work so well is the fact that all of these characters are people. One of the things that I feel like a lot of shows, especially King of the Hill's sister shows like The Simpsons and Family Guy, what makes those shows worse is the fact that characters fall too much into archetypes and flanderization, right? And we know the whole shtick. On The Simpsons, Homer's the dumb drunk, Marge is the too good for him but also bitchy housewife, Bart is the troublemaking son, Lisa is the... too many bad words to list for an 8-year-old. I hate Lisa. Maggie is the baby. Peter Griffin is the dumb, drunk, alcoholic dad who abuses his family. Lois is the bitch, alcoholic mom who abuses her family. There's a lot of domestic abuse on Family Guy. Do you watch King of the Hill in sub or dub? Sub or dom King of the Hill fucking sucks. Both of those suck. Okay, but this show writes its characters before it writes what they are. This show knows who these characters are before it knows what they are. And I think that's part of what makes King of the Hill great. Every character here has an archetype, but they are not restricted to that archetype. And these characters feel like real people. Like, I guarantee you, somewhere in your life, you either know or have known a Hank, or you've known a Peggy, or you've known a Luann, or you've known a Bobby, or you've known a Cotton. You've definitely known a fucking Cotton Hill in your life. You've definitely known a Dale, and a Bill, maybe a Boomhauer. Boomhauer might be the outlier. All these characters feel like real people you have met in your life, and if nothing else, you get so engrossed in their stories and who they are as people, you want to see more of them. This show is so engaging and interesting for being, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, being one of the simplest shows I have ever watched. And because it gets better with age, I mean, it is a show that ages like a wine. Like, it genuinely ages like a fine wine, and it only gets better every time you watch it as every year passes by. Before we get to this next one, I'm going to take a quick drink of water, but I'm going to tease it. Hoo-hoo, it's right over there. What's it gonna be? What is it gonna be? Is it gonna be King of the Hill Part 2? SpongeBob SquarePants? Could it be Bowser from other video game? No, it's Robot Chicken. So, okay. This show is funny to me. I like Robot Chicken. It's just kind of a nothing burger of a show, especially the more you watch. Did you guys know the series got canceled? Did you know it's done? Like, they're done with this. It's been canceled for like 2 years or something like that. Did you guys know that? They're not making any more, except for maybe holiday specials. It's like Mad, but that is the craziest thing, because Mad came after, and Mad is subjectively nowhere near as good in terms of animation or writing. How could you say it's like Mad but for adults? It is kind of like Mad but for adults. Here's the thing. This isn't a bad show, and listen, for being a stop motion animation show, the fact that this lasted as long as it did deserves nothing less than praise. It deserves the highest regards. It's not that funny. I am ready to be dragged to the streets by my feet and literally tarred and feathered for saying the truth. This show isn't that good. Look, I will admit this show is a lot better than I give it credit for. And especially with that opening statement, you guys are going to fucking hate me. Bob's Burgers isn't that good. Bob's Burgers isn't that good. Because I'm sorry, the only likable character on the show is this guy. I don't know what it is. I get so easily annoyed with Linda. I get even more annoyed with Louise and Jean. I can't watch this show because of her. She makes me so viscerally uncomfortable. Tina is a character that she makes my skin crawl. She does the most like, like, I get it. Like, her being awkward and weird is funny, but she is just such a not fun character to be around. I cannot stand her. It worked for like 2 seasons, and it was just alright. I think I'm the only person in my family who doesn't find Bob's Burgers fine. It is a fine show. I get it. The whole point is that Bob is not living the best life, but he's living his best life, right? Like, he's not successful, he's not wealthy, he's not famous, he's not the best chef in the world, but he's happy. He's happy with where he is, and that's the important thing. The show needs to give Bob more wins and just let him have those wins. Because it feels like every time Bob wins, it's on a technicality, right? Like, and I feel like it's just, I don't know, maybe it's me. I don't like to see characters I like and you are supposed to like constantly losing. Like, constantly losing. It's technically canon that Bob is actually a secret agent. It's not canon. It's not fucking canon. It's maybe canon in Archer. It's not canon in Bob's Burgers. That crossover is great, though. And again, it's another curse of an H. John Benjamin show where I'm not a huge thing. I'm not a huge fan. It's good. The movie is really good. Look, I will say this. This show, when it wants to be heartfelt and have emotion and have really good character moments, this is one of the best shows for that. That scene in the Bob's Burgers movie where Bob is talking about how Louise reminds him of his mother, especially with the way, like, how his mom wore a pink hat, and we see that flashback of little Bob and looking up at his mom, that's one of the best scenes in the movie. It's an awesome scene. The show is good. It's not that good. Ooh, okay. Okay. I gotta really think about this one. Because I don't even not like Aqua Teen Hunger Force. S is insane. S is insane. Yeah, what's up, Mesmer? I wouldn't give this an S, but I would say this is one of the better Adult Swim shows. This is a funny show. This is a funny show to watch when you have nothing else going on right now. And of course, it's a very funny show when you're you know, having a little bit of the... It's a funny show. These guys suck. I don't like it when these guys are... No, not these guys. The other alien guys. The ones that look like Doritos. Yeah, Meatwad's fucking awesome. I love Frylock. Shake is an asshole, but you know what? He rarely ever gets a win. And it's fucking awesome because they absolutely kick his ass. I think Master Shake is great. Dana Snyder is a fucking a god tier VA. Carl is awesome. Carl is funny. It has its moments, but being real, it just kind of existed. Yes. Did they bring this show back? Did they bring it back for new seasons? Like, genuine question. Cause I feel like they did and it didn't work out all that well. But I think you're right. I think it just kind of existed at the right time, the right place. Adult Swim was kind of taken off, and they were like, well, we need a stoner show. Met this guy I talk about, I say, huge schlong anyway, he fucking died. That's wild, Renegade, anyway. The thing where they brought it back for one season to end the story. Oh, okay. I think putting it in B would be a disgrace. Putting it in A, I feel like is fair. It's not the best. Not the best, not the worst. Okay. I think people, okay, my opening statement. People who like this show a lot, people who are fans of this show need to understand that most of the characters on this show are horrible and deserve to die. American Dad is okay. American Dad is a good show. I need it to be said. If this series does not end with Roger getting shot in the head, it'll be a terrible show. It would be an F-tier show. This fucker gets away with too much. And it makes me upset how Roger never, you know what it is? I have the same problem with Roger that I have the same problem with South Park and Cartman. It feels like he never gets proper consequences to his actions. He is never given his, there's a whole episode on how Roger never suffers the consequences. It does a commentary on itself, and it continues to do the thing that pisses me off. Look, I'm not sitting here saying like every show needs to be moral, the bad characters always need to suffer consequences. But sometimes, man, like not once every other season. Good early seasons need, yes, very much so. Because I'll be honest, I think this show has lost its identity. This show does not know what it is anymore. I don't know what it was, because I just saw a clip from the show before I streamed. But there was a clip. It was the clip where Stan and Roger open up their own restaurants. The fact that Stan, who is a CIA agent, first of all, opened his own restaurant is Homer Simpson level stuff. But the fact that his restaurant gets burned down by Roger, and when he threatens to kill Roger, Roger pulls out a gun and threatens to kill him, and Stan, CIA agent, backs down? What are we doing here, man? Show got canceled twice. I think so. It got moved around. I know it got moved around. Because it went from Fox to TBS, and I think it's back on Fox now? I think so, at the very least. The early seasons are fine. The middle seasons are really good. The newer stuff is pretty bad. What I will say is they finally figured out what to do with Klaus. And I will give them that. They had no idea what to do with Klaus, and they finally figured out what to do with him. I'll give them credit for that. It's better than Family Guy. That's a low standard, but I'll put it in B tier. There are more good episodes than there are bad episodes. Teeter this on like a C tier if they keep fucking making it. Klaus is a Destiny player, but Klaus knows a guy. That's his joke now, is he always knows a guy, and I think that's a good joke for him. I was hoping this would be on the list. I was hoping this would be here. This is one of the best adult animated shows of all time, and I do not care what anybody says. Oh my god, Moral Oral genuinely might be not just one of the best adult animated shows, this might be one of the best TV shows ever. And I am not exaggerating. Moral Oral is a show that knew exactly what it wanted to be from beginning to end. It knew how it wanted to tell its story. It knew how it wanted to write its characters. It knew how it wanted to grow and progress. And it did it gracefully. Fucking wonderfully. This is a show that Twitter ruined for me, and it's a story for another time. That's fair. This is its own show. This is its own show. To say it's not memorable is a fair assumption, or a fair thing to say. Hello, Volp. Volp, you've been here. Why am I saying hello like you just hopped in? The thing about Moral Oral is if you do really sit down and watch it, it is a show that I feel like is a good part forgettable. But there are moments in the show that stick with you for life. And I am going to commend them. I'm actually going to take a health check because my throat is getting dry. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm going to commend this show for something. And it's something that's been pointed out on Twitter recently. Something that got this show canceled. Don't get cotton mouth. No, I'm getting that later. What? I'm not smoking weed. Where? Who said that? Yeah, okay. You would be fair to assume that because I think this is the same studio. I think this is Stupid Monkey. Or at the very least, oh God, what was it called? William Street Studios or something like that? Same animation studio, I am fairly certain. At the time this show was coming out, there was a trend in a lot of adult animated shows, Family Guy, where they would make jokes or would not take seriously the subject of, and I'm going to be delicate when I say this, excuse me, I'm just going to say essay. And y'all should know what that is. Don't joke about it, right? First of all, those shows should not have been joking about it, right? And nobody should be making jokes about, fuck it, I'll say it, sexual assault. A lot of these shows, and to this day, a lot of those shows still do. There's a joke in the Cleveland show where Peter shows up and he's like, you see, Cleveland, on our show, we would have made jokes about the rape, and then we would have done a musical number. And that's a textbook example of like what they do. That's not a joke, like saying like, oh, that's a horrible thing. We would never do that. They have done that. They have done that. They make horrible jokes. Involves that bit. That's fair. This show, and I will commend them for this, shows the horrors of that and why it shouldn't be joked about. That joke got this show canceled. So fuck Adult Swim and fuck Warner Brothers, because that was a very serious scene that I feel like shouldn't have needed to be made, but made a very good, like it was a heart-wrenching moment. It's horrible. It's scary. That's what it is, though. It's not beating around the bush, and it's showing it to the faces of the people who think those jokes are funny. It's a very uncomfortable scene, and I'm not going to deny that, and I'm not going to say that you need to, like, you need to watch the scene, and it's like, you need to watch this. It's this like it is a life-changing scene. But it's a scene that shouldn't have needed to be made, but the fact it was made is both sad and important. It's very uncomfortable to see that scene, but with shows like Family Guy making jokes about rape, somebody had to say this isn't funny, and they had to make that commentary. What's this show's name? Moral Oral. Moral, O-R-E-L. And it's about this little boy named Oral, who in a town full of people who all claim to be good Christians is the only one who is actually a good person. Or at the very least, he is a Christian and a good person. Because the other characters are dubiously good. His father is an alcoholic and abusive. There are a lot of characters who are supposed to be good. But the show is, oh God, how do you fucking describe this show? The show shows that morals are more important than, like, who you are is more important than what you are. And Oral is a good person. The fact that he's Christian does not, like, equate to the fact that he's a good person, but the fact that he is a Christian is what to him makes him a good person. His values dictate he's got to be a good person. But there are people in his life who are also Christians who are bad people, like his father. So relatable. Great show, very important, did not deserve to get canceled. S tier. Almost perfect show. Would I get kicked in the fucking balls for saying that people like this show a little too much? Look, I'm not going to say that this is a bad show by any stretch. It is a great show. It deserves all the praise it gets. To an extent. BoJack is a good show. BoJack's a very good show. And to say it's not a good show is not only a blatant lie, but it's not... It's giving it a major disservice to not say that it is a great show. I think it had a story it knew that it wanted to tell, and it did so very, very well. It does suffer from first season kind of sucks because it's everything. The first season of the show is everything you think it is going to be when you hear the concept. Everything beyond that is very, very good. One thing this show does exceptionally well, in my opinion, is it shows that just because you're the main character, like just because this is the main character, does not mean he's going to get everything he deserves. And you know what? This show does things that American Dad and South Park don't do. And the asshole characters get their fucking comeuppance. Dude, the I'm sorry, okay, I don't accept your apology scene is one of the best scenes in this fucking show. It's one of the greatest parts in this show. Just because you are owning up to your past actions does not mean shit. Especially because that guy, I forget the character's name, but he was on his fucking deathbed dying. And Bojack was only doing it for his own selfish interests. And the show said, you don't get that. You don't get that comforting resolution of this character who is now suffering in a very like grandiose view, is kind of suffering because of something you did to him. It's awesome. It's very well written. I love Bojack. I cannot watch it all in one second because it actually fucks up. Absolutely. Humor, yes. And that's the thing that Bojack does. Look, this show has so many quotable moments, both in terms of memes, but also in terms of its very serious moments. Because, oh God, is it Todd? Is Todd the human? The non-binary character? Because don't they say to him, like, you're not, like, they say, like, no, you're not allowed to feel bad for yourself. That is a great, and I'm going to say this, the epilogue, where Bojack is old and he's trying to, like, kind of come back onto the scene in a new way. But then everything goes to shit when people start finding out that he let, oh God, what was his co-star's name? The one who OD'd. Yeah, Todd's one of the human characters, yep. I have a crush on Mr. Peanut Butter, that's valid. That's very valid. Sarah Lynn. Dude. Expertly written. And Will Forte, I think he's the voice of Bojack. Oh my God. Oh my God. No, wait. No. Is it Will Forte? Oh my God, is it Will? I'm gonna sound like an asshole. Dude, I'm messing up so many names. To be fair, I haven't watched this show in so long. I have not seen Bojack in so fucking long. I think it's Will Forte. Amazing voice. The cast is great. The writing is really good. There are some episodes that aren't as great. Look, it's a little overloved. And I think that people that, like, give this show more credit than it deserves are overhyping it. It's an S-tier show. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Okay. Interesting. This show is forgettable, but it's not bad. So, first of all, who is this? Bill Burr? I think this is his show, right? Also, who's that in the chat? That's Messer, okay. Episodes for Family is an amazing period piece, but a mid-show. Yes. Okay, here's my thing. I think this is Bill Burr, right? It is not a bad show by any stretch. I think this is a fine show, and there are moments in this show that have some of the highest points in adult animated comedies. I love the scene where he gets fired and he takes the keys out of his boss's car and drops them on the fucking floor of his car, and he's like, no, I wouldn't throw your keys away. Merry fucking Christmas. Oh, that's so good. That's so fucking good. It's all right. It's okay. I think it ended well. Like, it at least got to have a resolution that felt fine. Yes, exactly. It is a good show. What does it do to stand out? Why would I watch this when I could watch that? I don't want to hit my fan. When I could watch that. You know? Why would I watch this? Because it's got Bill Burr? He's funny. I like Bill Burr. He's a good comedian. He's a great voice actor. I think he sells Frank really well. The characters on the show aren't bad. It's just the show's not great. The show's not the best. It's a fun show. And it's got some really good moments in it. It's kind of like with, what did I say this about? It's kind of like Bob's Burgers, where it's got those character moments where when it does it well, it does it really well. This left no impact on anybody. I'm sorry. I like it, but it's not, oh God. All right. I heard this show described as something, and I don't think it's wrong. In the late 2000s, early 2010s, there were a lot of cartoons that seemed to parody reality shows, and the big standout one, in my opinion, was Total Drama Island. Everybody loved Total Drama Island. Now, that's not on this list. What is, however... Well, okay, the thing about Total Drama Island was it felt like an animated counterpart to Survivor, right? That was cool. You guys want to watch the animated counterpart to the Jersey Shore? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Immediate F's! Immediate F tiers! Thank God I have found my people! Okay, I want to say this. What makes me hate this show, even more than I already hate it, is its concept is not bad. The idea of having different types of animation, right? Like modern for the time, rubber hose, kind of Betty Boop, superhero cartoons, fantasy, video gaming, Flash animation, Disney princesses, kids animation like SpongeBob. Is he literally just... He's just a stock fucking PNG floating. They really went into Photoshop and Control-C'd and Control-V'd him. Jesus Christ. This show sucks. This show's really not funny. And I'm gonna say this. God, I used to watch a lot of Rebel Taxi. Anytime he'd be like, oh, I like Drawn Together. Fuck you guys, you were wrong. I'm like, dude, this show is dog shit. Stop being wrong. This show is just... There's really not a lot. Look, I don't want to sound like the fucking mysterious Mr. Enter when I say, this show is bad, and this show is bad, and I don't like it, so it's bad. Defend this? This I could see people liking. This I can't. But, like, this show also just does really suck. If you want to watch an adult, fucking animated version of Jersey Shore, put on anything else. Okay. I need to word myself very carefully when I say I think this show is overrated, but I think it's really good. I like Duckman. I need it to be said. I like Duckman. Don't think I hate Duckman. It's really good. It's really good. I think people think it's better than it is. I need it to be said. This being one of Jason... What is wrong with my finger? Oh, don't tell me my controllers are fucking up. This being one of Jason Alexander's roles, I think post-Seinfeld, he did amazing. He's great in the role of Duckman. Does it not help that I don't really like Klasky Chupo shows? Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite lines. You know what my last words... You know what my dad's last words to me were? Careful, son, I don't think the safety's on. Before that... Dude, fucking... what a great dream. Tamara and I were making out like two lovers in a... like, I fucking remember. And fucking... He wakes up, he's like covered in... He's like covered in... I've seen a lot of like animatics of it. It's like he wakes up, he's like got a hickey or he's covered in kiss words. Did you have that before? No. Why didn't you wake me? I thought you were awake. It's a good show with a good premise and good characters. It's somehow not as good. Yes. People who say a show is short-lived are insane. This show had like 80 episodes. This show had more than enough time to feel as fulfilling as it was. If it doesn't feel fulfilling, that's on the show. Most shows barely make it to fucking 50. I need another drink. It's not bad by any means. I love Duckman. Duckman's a really good show. And again, another example of when this show does its character moments, it does them really well. Also, Frank Zappa's son is one of the main characters. Which is such an insane fact, but I think it's really cool. It's not bad enough to be in B tier, but it's not good enough to be in S tier. I'm going to put it in an A tier and say it's kind of a mid to low A tier. It's a lot of fun to watch. I think the voice acting is great. The animation is really good. It knows what it wants to be. Some of its commentary gets very easily misconstrued. Stop using Duckman's arguments to, like, support your shitty points. Can I be fully honest? I've been meaning to watch this show, but I haven't. I want to say, first and foremost, it is awesome that Matt Groening is still getting work. It is awesome that after all these years, he's not just still doing The Simpsons and Futurama. Even though that is all he's still doing. But anyway, that's not the point. You're not missing as much as you think by not watching this show. Is it still on? Did Netflix order another season? Because I feel like this is a show that got canceled. I like the concept of the show. I've seen clips of it, and it looks really good. Isn't she bi? Like, isn't she like an actually bi, or is she a lesbian? Like, that's really fucking cool of them to actually add. Netflix is a mini true. I wouldn't say the show doesn't leave an impact, but I don't think the show leaves as big of an impact as, like, they wanted it to. You know? Like, I feel like... Why did I get 11 DMs from... What? Oh my god. Sorry, I need to respond to Pam Fan. Well, I'm gonna bully him real quick. I hope he comes in the chat. Oh, shout out to Pan, he's adorable. It is 9:08. Jesus Christ, it is. I've been live for almost an hour and a half. His first foray into a fully serialized series, which is cool. I'm gonna give it a low B tier. It's an enjoyable, no, sorry, C tier. High C tier. Very enjoyable show. I need to watch more of it. I need to watch it again. Oh, is this? Oh god, you guys are gonna fucking hate me because some of you absolutely know this show and you're not gonna like me. Is this Metalocalypse? I'm gonna take that sip while you guys yell at me in the chat for not knowing this is Metalocalypse. Is that Pan I see? Is that a Pan? Hi, Pan. There's the cute bitch. All right, Seth. Catch you later. Thou hast summoned me. Oh god, please someone tell me this is Metalocalypse and I didn't fuck up the name. You know what's worse? Is the name's right there. The name is right there. And oh no, that just says Adult Swim. Okay. I was like, the name's right there. Fuck you. We'll punch you lower than a B. The show looks kind of emo. This show's awesome. I love Metalocalypse, dude. This show is great. This show is really funny. Everybody knows that one clip where it's like, okay, I get it. You're all without voice. Not me. Fucking love my dad. It's so good. This show is funny. This show's really good. Very short-lived. And unfortunately, that does hurt it. I feel like there are a lot of standout moments from this show. I don't think there's anything that's like especially memorable beyond like a quotable line or a good scene. So you said nothing lower than a B, Marion? I'm gonna put it in B. I say as I put it in A by accident. There we go. I'm gonna put it in B. No, it's going in B. It's a very good show. It's a very good show. You know, guys, it seems today that all you see is violence on YouTube and sex on Schmansley. But where are those good old-fashioned values on Twitch used to rely? Okay, we gotta talk about Family Guy. Okay, I'm gonna say this, controversial opinion. First couple of seasons of Family Guy are really good. I think Family Guy, when it started out, was very funny. And then it wouldn't die. It's a cockroach. It's a fucking roach. You're such a fucking dork. You're so damn cute. Speak for yourself, bitch. Strangling you. Brian Griffin should say, I'm gonna be so honest. You're so right. You're so fucking right. Dude, them bringing back Brian Griffin was the worst decision they ever made. Like, actually, they had the balls to kill off this character and make a whole episode where it's like, oh, he's dead and he was such a good character, even though he was fucking horrible. And they brought him back. Who did they get to replace him? Who was the voice actor? I almost said James Gandolfini. That's very much not right. It was also when it started now. Dude, I barely even have her back. I could barely stand it. Can I say one thing? Okay, can I say something that is like a textbook example of why I do not like this show? Because it doesn't know how to, it wants you to take it seriously during its serious moments, but it doesn't know how to be serious. Because I'm sorry, that awesome speech that breaks down Brian's character and says like, oh, you're horrible to your best friend, even though he cleans your shit, and you try and fuck his wife, you're horrible to women, blah, blah, blah. That scene and that speech is totally devalued by the fact it comes from the character whose literal one-note joke is the fact that he rapes women. This is why fucking Moral Oral needed to make that fucking scene. This is your fault, Family Guy. Oh God, I sound like a fucking shitty cartoon reviewer. Sweet Brian Griffin Fall. Yes. Tony Sirico also, hello, Squeaks. How you doing? That was Tony Sirico. Oh God, you're so right. And Tony plays like my least favorite character on fucking Sopranos. So, yeah. This show started off really good. Borderline unwatchable now. Because at best, it's boring. At worst, it's just not enjoyable. I know I feel like a shitty cartoon review. I feel like a Mr. Enter ripoff when I put Family Guy in fucking D tier, but I mean, how can you defend Family Guy anymore? At best, it is boring. At best, there's nothing to talk about anymore. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not fun. It's not clever. It's just, please let it die. Let Seth MacFarlane work on the Orville. Please, that show's so good. Oh my God. When was this list made? Okay. Can I say the best criticism of this show actually comes from Family Guy? When they brought Cleveland back, and I think it was Quagmire who said, was this show written for the one black guy who's never talked to another black guy? When that fucking line dropped, oh my God, I lost my shit. I'm going to say this. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. There are enjoyable scenes. God. Wait a second. Because objectively speaking, it's worse than Family Guy, but it's better than Mr. Pickles. And definitely better than Drawn Together. No, what am I talking about? Of course, it's a fucking D tier. Here's the thing. Family Guy is D tier because it had a strong start and it's at such a shitty low point. Like, Family Guy is here because it's getting ruined by its own bad writing. The Cleveland Show has just always been bad. The Cleveland Show has just always been mid to bad. It's got some fun moments, sure, but they did try, and you are right. They did try and make it work. So I don't know anything about this show. Maybe some of you can help me. What is Aeon Flux? Yep. Excuse me. I don't know. Also, that's really funny, by the way, because I'm thinking Squid. I'm thinking in the context of like, wow, this show is really good until the theme song's over. No clue, never heard of it. I am so sorry for the people who like Aeon Flux. I don't know this show. I'm not going to include it, to be fair. Please tell me I don't need to. Thank God, the show, this fucking tier list really just wants me to be Mr. Enter, doesn't it? This show is bad. This show is bad. Okay, here's my thing. The trackers aren't working again. Dude, I shouldn't have gotten rid of my emoji of the fucking thing, because I could have done like, here's the thing, and thrown the thing at you guys. Wow, immediate F tiers. That's awesome. My problem with Big Mouth is not the fact that it's a gross show or, ooh, it's kids and puberty. Look, we've all gone through puberty, okay? Puberty is weird, it's gross. It's just this show isn't, like, fun to watch because they don't do anything clever with the jokes surrounding puberty or sex or growing up or anything like that. That is the joke. And if you're not willing to put in the effort to make jokes around a frankly easy subject, why should I put in the effort to watch your show? The best moment from the show is when they have the Freddie Mercury sound-alike who people thought was it Jordan Peele? But it's not Jordan Peele. The animation is mid-tier. The character designs are ugly. We're back to this point after Mr. Pickles showed us that does not fucking work. Please stop just making adult cartoons intentionally ugly. No comment on that new Gendy Tartakovsky movie. I've heard it's actually pretty good, despite it looking that way. You know what it is? You know what it is? This show... What show did I say about it before? It's like Mr. Pickles are drawn together. This show is at worst, or at best, boring. And if you are not exciting when you have an art style and a concept as outlandish as this, then you fucked up and you're bad. It's boring at best, and it's just hard to watch at worst. So congratulations. Okay, I've been saying this a lot. People who think this is the greatest show on earth hype this show up a little too much. That being said, I love Futurama. I feel like in a world where Matt Groening was known for The Simpsons, was literally like the Simpsons guy, right? The only thing he's ever like done of note is The Simpsons. In a world where that is the case, the fact that this show got even nearly as popular as it is phenomenal and well-deserved. This show has great writing. It's got very funny characters. It's got some really funny episodes. It's got some of the most memorable episodes of adult animated TV. It's got a great jackass character who I think is sort of the poster boy for asshole characters. Fry is a great lead. The new seasons are fine. Or the new season is fine. We showed this one to Twist during our Chicago trip and he loved it. Hell yeah. C or above? C? I was thinking A tier. Futurama's great. It's a funny show. It's consistently funny. What happened to the music? Okay. It is a consistently funny show. It's got a lot of great moments, got a lot of great characters. It's just, it's awesome. It's a really funny show. It's a fun, its premise alone, I feel like is a great foundation, and everything on top of it is really, really well done. We got 10 more. I don't know this one. Dr. Rats? Dr. Cats? It's cut off. I think it's like Dr. Rat's professional therapist. Fortnite stream when? I don't know. Doesn't seem like anybody knows. Would you guys hate me if I said I only recently started getting into this show? I do really like the Venture Bros. Okay. You guys know me. I love Poker Night at the Inventory, right? I love Poker Night 2 more than I like Poker Night 1. Brock Sampson is one of the best characters in that game, and he's what got me to start looking into Venture Bros. What a fun show. What a fun show that is... It feels like it is whatever the hell it wants to be, and it does it really goddamn well. Funny characters, great character archetypes, some of the best and most quotable lines in adult animation. Fucking... Dude, that moment where Brock is like fucking, his arm is trapped and it's like, oh, I guess we're in an old-fashioned stalemate. No, we're not. I have a force field. I have a force field around your arm. If I close it, then you lose your arm. Yeah, but you'll be drowning in a pool of my blood. I have an orbital cannon pointed right at your chest. I could dodge it. It's such a good... Oh, it's so good. So fucking good. Really good show. I saw somebody say the biggest waste of potential is not throwing money at this show and letting it cruise control for the rest of its run. Because the fact that they canceled this show and people got really upset means this show could have continued doing whatever the fuck it wanted and people would have enjoyed it. And it did it so well for so many years. It is criminal this show got canceled. I'm not going to put it in S tier because it is really, really good. I don't think it's as good as some of the other S tiers. I'm going to put it in A tier. It's a high A tier, border on S tier. I love seeing Dr. Girlfriend and the ladies. Dude, Dr. Girlfriend is one of the funniest character concepts. Here it is. All reliable. That's right. It's the Cleveland show again. Okay. Where's Glaggle Simpson? No, we're not doing that fucking joke. Okay. So I need to say that I have been the biggest fan of The Simpsons since I was a kid. You know, I was one of those kids where it's like, oh, your kids shouldn't watch Simpsons. I watched The Simpsons, even though I was told I shouldn't watch The Simpsons. This show is a roller coaster because this show has gone from good to one of the best TV shows of all time to mid to worse than mid to one of the worst TV shows of all time to reclaiming its spot as really good to being even better to being eh. But what do you expect when this shit's been on for like, what, 30 years? Dude, when 2029 hits, The Simpsons will have been on for 40 years. If they're still making episodes by then, that's only 4 years away. That's scary. Can I make a note that Julie Kavner needs to retire? And they need to just cancel the show? Like, they needed to cancel the show like fucking 10, 20 years ago. Let her retire, please. Please. Oh my God. I love Julie Kavner with all my heart. She is the Marge VA. Same as Dan Castellaneta is for Homer. Same as Nancy Cartwright is for Bart. Same as Yeardley Smith is for Lisa. Her voice is gone. If you watch new episodes of The Simpsons, it is so hard to watch Marge. Julie Kavner's voice it's not going out. It's gone. It is so hard to watch episodes of The Simpsons when Marge talks. And that is nothing against Julie. That is against the studio because they have not let her rest. The movie is awesome. Simpsons movie is one. I will stand by. There are 2 adaptations from TV show cartoons to movies that are impeccable, damn near perfect. And that's the SpongeBob movie and the Simpsons movie. I love the Simpsons movie. Because it's been such a roller coaster of quality, I feel inclined to put this in a high C tier. The Simpsons is really good. I still enjoy a lot of The Simpsons, even after the golden age. I grew up with Simpsons in the 2000s and 2010s. I love those seasons of The Simpsons. It's not that good. Okay, I'm gonna say it again, chat. It's a good show, but people that gas up this show think it's a lot better than it really is. So The Critic is a fine show. I think it's a good show. Lower than Bob's... Whoops. No. Not what I meant. Let's, yeah. Very good point, actually. Thank you for pointing that out. I would have never let that happen. So The Critic. Good show. What is there to remember about this show? Aside from funny jokes and some one-liners. It's okay. It's an okay show. It's not standout. You wanna know why most of you remember it? Because he was on The Simpsons. And I'm not kidding. If you say I'm wrong, then you're a liar. 6 remaining. Okay. This show, I wasn't a huge fan when I was younger. That's because I didn't pick up on the humor at all. It's kind of like King of the Hill. Not in the sense that it's like King of the Hill. In the sense of I didn't get the humor, and so I was like, what is this about? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. This show's funny. This show's really funny. This show is so fucking funny. There are moments on this show that really just make you have your jaws on the floor and you are in shock. This show has some of the funniest fucking jokes. I can't even list them. I can't even fucking say. It's such a funny show. I don't know if I would put it in S tier. I will happily put it in A tier. Sandwich between 2 donuts, 2 Krispy Kreme donuts. Oh my God, I call it the Luther. Granddad, you can't serve that to people. It'll cause death. It's so good. Such a good fucking scene. You guys are gonna get mad. I don't like this show. Can I say, first and foremost, this character literally just looks like it was designed to be sold on Hot Topic. So this is Final Space. Final Space is a show where it's a comedy, space, sitcom, adventure, take Space Dandy and remove everything that is, like, cool about Space Dandy. Oh my god, I'm gonna get shot for saying that, but I'm right. This show isn't that good. And I'm sorry, the main thing is the main character. Gary is not enjoyable to be around. He's annoying. He's very annoying. Oh my god, I think I actually summed it up really well when I said take everything about Space Dandy take out everything that works in Space Dandy. And there it is. You can be mad at me all you want, Squeaks. It's not the worst, it's not great. We got 4 more. Okay. Adult Swim picked up a ball where Netflix slammed it to the ground. This show is so good. Tuca and Birdie. First of all, people need to know this. The reason this got canceled on Netflix is not because Netflix didn't believe in it or whatever. They greenlit the show. They knew they had a hit on their hands. Why do you think BoJack got it canceled? You think it's because they were done? They were kind of done. The animation studio was unionizing. Fun fact. And it just so happened that this brand new show had now been dropped by Netflix around that same time. Isn't that interesting? Adult Swim thankfully picked up Tuca and Birdie, and you know what? I think it thrived even more on Adult Swim than it would have on Netflix. I don't think it lasted that long on Netflix. I don't think it got like a full run, didn't get to tell its full story. I do not remember. There are scenes that are hard to watch. But I think it's an example of scenes that are hard to watch because this show is trying to do something impactful. Not impactful, fuck you, but impactful. And it does it pretty damn well. Great show, great characters. I love Tuca and Birdie. I wouldn't say it's as good as BoJack, but I would say it's at the very least, considering it to be a sister show or some kind of spiritual successor, it does it pretty goddamn well. This is on here? Dude, somebody brought this up earlier, I think as a joke, the Happy Tree Friends. Okay. I need to say that conceptually speaking, don't mention Big Mouth. We did. We had to. Anyway, Happy Tree Friends. I love this show in concept. I really do. At some point, it just gets old. At some point, the shock value wears off. You know what this show is? It is literally Itchy and Scratchy from The Simpsons. It's a lot better than Mr. Pickles. It's a lot better than a lot of these shows. The joke wears off after a while. I don't know what this is. I've seen ads for this show. I've never seen Ugly Americans. If anybody has any opinions on Ugly Americans, speak now or forever hold your peace. I am going to toss this to the side with Aeon Flux and Dr. Kratz. Okay, to end it all off. Ironically enough, we picked this because it was the letter A, and we're ending with a show that's the letter A. Ta-da! It's Archer! Hey, remember that thing I said about me and H. John Benjamin shows? Where's Smiling Friends? This was probably made before Smiling Friends. Yeah, this show's really good. I think as I have watched it more, as I'm older, I appreciate it more. I was not a huge fan of this show. My God, this show is so good. Archer is really, really fucking good. So the show dried out of Yeah. I feel like after a while it just kind of existed. But yeah, grill me a cheese. I'm not grilling you a cheese. Oh, fine. We picked it because it was letter A. It starts with the letter A. I don't think it's S tier, but I'm giving it A tier. It didn't play the jingle because we didn't actually review we didn't tier all the shows, but there it is, the adult cartoon tier list. Now, I need to use the bathroom. When I am back, we're going to do 1 or 2 more tier lists, and then we actually might end it. But for the time being. May I give a random game recommendation? Wait, you put Daria? Yeah. Cry about it. Cry about it. I'm not a big fan of Daria. And I think a big part of it, like I said, a big part of it was the fact that I'm not a big fan of Daria as a character. I'm going to run to the back. Yeah, womp womp. Oh God, I said it, not to you. I didn't mean it. Anyway, I'm gonna run to the bathroom. Sorry, it's basically me. Well, that's not true. You're a lot more interesting. I'm gonna run to the bathroom. Why is my hip tracker fucking disintegrate? Anyway, I'm gonna run to the bathroom. When I am back, we're going to do some more tier lists. Like I said, maybe 1 or 2. Fucking hell, like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it, Booker. Oh, Christ. I'll be right back. I'm gonna put us on BRB. See you guys in a... Wow. I didn't mean for it to fucking, like, go out that fucking quickly. Anyway, I'm gonna put this on. There we go. Perfect. All right, well, I swear I hit the... Oh, there's a button to confirm if you really want to reset everything. All right. For our next tier list, somebody give me a letter. Somebody give me a letter. The voices in my head are back. Hello, by the way, Cooler Kirby. Z, there might be a Z. Hold on. You know what? It's your lucky fucking day, Squid. There's one Z, and I'm doing it. Because you know what it is? Zelda games. Let's do it. Okay, this is a very short one as well. Starting us off, Zelda Oracle of Ages. This is one of the 2 Game Boy Color games. I like the Game Boy Color games because they're kind of built off a similar engine to Link's Awakening. Love Zelda from Legend of Zelda. Me too! Actually, hey, fun story. The whole reason, it's a long history, but the whole reason why my persona is named Link is because, at the time, I was obsessed with The Legend of Zelda when I was first making my Pony OC, and that has translated to my furry OC. Oracle of Ages is good. The GBC Zelda games are fine. I don't see a lot of reason to go back to them unless you're nostalgic for them. Trying to get Storm here too. He's also a Zelda fanboy. Hell yeah. I love Link from the funny Link game. Me too. Well, fucking, do I need to... It's also Oracle of Seasons, which is the other one. Okay. Wow, hard hitter right off the bat. So, can I say... Great game. People who call this underrated are wrong. People who say Majora's Mask is an underrated Zelda game are so goddamn wrong. Because for the longest time, don't get me wrong, for the longest time, this was the underdog Zelda game. This was the Zelda game that a lot of people really liked, and then nobody talked about it because everybody was like, Ocarina of Time is so good, I wish they made another, and it's like, oh, they did, and you're like, well, and they're like, well, yeah, but this one's scary and dark. Nowadays, if you don't know about Majora's Mask and you don't like Majora's Mask, you're living under a rock. Don't say this is underrated anymore. It's not. It hasn't been underrated for like at least a fucking decade or 2. I have a wooden rail. That is so fucking sick. Told me to not have this be your first. It's dark. It's not well, it's a little scary. It's scary by Zelda standards, right? It's awesome though. It's got one of the best written stories in the entire Zelda franchise. It's got a great antagonist. It's got a great representation of Link. The mask mechanic is really well thought out, and I feel like they handle it very well. Play Majora's Mask in 3D instead. Don't play the original, play the remake on 3DS. Wow. Back-to-back fucking bangers, huh? All right, well, we're going from one peak to another. So... Story is good, but the gameplay, yeah, which is why I'm saying play 3D instead. I need to say, when I got my Nintendo Switch, I did not beat this game. I didn't get far at all. I found it frustrating. I found it monotonous. I've beat this game on 3 separate occasions. Once 100%. The writing, phenomenal. The characters, phenomenal. The world of Hyrule in this version of The Legend of Zelda. Oh. Good at first and boring. If you're going for 100%, yes. Oh my god, if you're going for 100%. I will say this. This game is not fun to 100%. This game sucks to 100%. If you really want to find all those fucking Kokiris, or, yeah, if you want to find all the Kokiri, no, not the Kokiri, what are they? Koroks. Oh my god, that sucks. It really sucks. This is a great game. The combat is fun. Yes, the weapons having durability is not fun, but you find so many better weapons later in the game. If you get the Master Sword, oh, you never have to worry again. I love this game. It's a really fun game. I've beaten it multiple times, like I said. I haven't even started Tears of the Kingdom, and yet I've beaten that 3 times. That says anything about the game or me. What did I say about Majora's Mask? Stop saying this game is underrated. Stop saying this fucking game is underrated. Everybody knows Wind Waker is great. Stop saying nobody cares about it and Nintendo doesn't care about it. Everybody knows this is a great Zelda game. Stop pretending that nobody likes this game anymore. It is not 2005. You know? Like, people need to get over the fact that Wind Waker has had a resurgence. And people think it's amazing now. People need to get over the fact that people did not like this game at a point. And for very bad reasons. I get it. It sucks that people did not like this game for very petty reasons, and you were like the only person who saw how good of a game this was. It's not that time anymore, man. It's not 2004. People recognize this is a great game. Like, please, understand. Never played this game, never had a GameCube. That's fair. That's very fair, which is unfortunate, because this is a very good game. I'd get shot for not putting this in S tier. It's a great game. It's a great Zelda game. It's awesome. People are a little too nice to it, but that's neither here nor there. It's a great game. It has fun mechanics. It has a really good world. It doesn't take place like in Hyrule itself, which is really bold, right? Oh god, I might be wrong. Great game. Next. Ooh, okay. I had this. I love Four Swords. I need to say that the idea of a Zelda multiplayer game does not sound like it could work. Okay? Four Swords does that perfectly. Whether you're talking about the original on, God, was it GBA or was it GameCube? Whether you're talking about the original or whether you're talking about the DSi remake. Perfect. Beautiful. Four Swords is awesome. As a single player game, it's good. It's fun. As a multiplayer game, get 3 of your friends together. Dude, I should stream this game. Get 3 of your friends together and you have a ball, dude. Because it's also built off the same engine that I think is like Minish Cap. Minish Cap is great. This game is awesome. It's a fun multiplayer game. Nah, you know what? No, that's not fair. That's not fair. I had my fun with it. It's better than Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages. Not as good as Majora's Mask and Wind Waker. Ooh, okay. I haven't actually played this one. At least I haven't played it in a long time, and I never beat it. A Link Between Worlds, which is a pseudo-sequel, more of a spiritual successor, to A Link to the Past. I have heard nothing but good things about this game. I have heard people say it is like the best 2D Zelda game in existence. From what I've seen and what I've played, it's fun. And it fully realizes its game mechanics, which is awesome because you hate to see a game, especially in the Zelda franchise, where they have a mechanic and it's underutilized or underdeveloped. Like, it genuinely pisses me off. Sorry, I'm just checking something. Genuinely pisses me off when a game has a mechanic be its central focus and it is not a fun mechanic to use. Link Between Worlds does it really well. I'm knocking it a little bit. I'm knocking it down from S tier because I haven't finished it, which is not a fair assumption, but also it's not as good as Wind Waker, Majora's Mask. Wind Waker, Majora's Mask, or Breath of the Wild. Speak of the fucking devil and he shall appear. Goddamn, the Zelda A Link to the Past. So I feel like in terms of Zelda games, weirdly enough, more so than Wind Waker and definitely more so than Majora's Mask, this is actually the underrated Zelda game. I feel like people are gonna say I'm wrong, but I feel like people are more nostalgic for, especially around my age, people are more nostalgic for Wind Waker and people are more nostalgic for Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time. I feel like in terms of a lot of Super Nintendo games, people just don't talk about games and franchises they like unless it just had like the standout title. And A Link to the Past was a standout title, don't get me wrong. But I feel like I hear nobody talking about this. It's also very apt that we got this because this is my next main series of streams, is I'm gonna be playing A Link to the Past. Really need to finish it. I need to start it, dude. That's why I'm playing it next on stream. Played a little bit of this one, definitely not enough to have a solid opinion. That's fair. Here's my thing. From all the gameplay I've seen, from everything I have seen about this game, excellent Zelda game. From everything I've seen, it is exactly what you would want out of a proper sequel to Zelda 1. It is as good as you can get for a proper 2D sequel to Zelda 1. And I think, aside from portable games, I think this was the last console 2D Zelda until A Link Between Worlds? Because they didn't have another one on Super Nintendo. Then they had Ocarina of Time. I think this was the last one. For the longest time, this was the last 2D Zelda game on a home console. Would I put it in S tier? I might be counting cuckoos before they hatch. But I think it just might be. I think it's awesome. Its time travel mechanic is really cool. It's a fun game. No. Okay, if it's gonna be A tier, it's high A tier. If it's gonna be S tier, it's low S tier. I feel like we need to give A Link to the Past a little bit of a win. It's a low S tier. What the fuck? The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, is this the GameCube one? Is this the GameCube one? Maybe? I don't know. I've already said my piece about about Four Swords. I guess you can go there too. Congratulations. Okay. Okay. I remember being a kid, going to GameStop, and this game was at every GameStop kiosk for the Wii for the longest time. And now you know what it is. It's Skyward Sword. Why does this song feel so loud? It's fine. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna... There we go. I like Skyward Sword. I think it's fun. I think it's got a lot of fun moments. I'm gonna say this. The one thing that it does above everything else is it makes fun gameplay with the Wii Remote and the Wii Motion Plus. I've yet to play the Switch remake. It's kind of hard carried by the characters and the writing. It's not the best controls because it is still a Wii game. And play the HD remake on Switch, maybe. Here we go. We have our first bad Zelda game. Wow, I overshot that by a mile. The DS Zelda games are bad. The DS Zelda games are bad. That's CDI. We have our first bad Zelda game on this list. This one gets too much hate. Pan, I hate playing this game. If the game isn't fun, why bother? B, B. This game isn't fun to play. That's a you problem. When the game isn't fun to play because it has dog shit control. Dude, I could barely play this game. I could barely fucking play this game when I was a kid. I hated controlling it. Like, dude, you know, everybody, lots of people shit on Skyward Sword for forcing you to use the Wii motion controls. Nobody fucking shits on this game for it needing touchscreen controls. I've never seen that complaint. I've never seen that complaint. Beat it 3 times? Well, that fucking sucks for you. Okay, well, I was talking about it earlier. Here's the Minish Cap. I actually need to beat this game. I need to play through this game again and beat it. The Minish Cap itself is a really funny character. Like, I remember really liking the character. I think its mechanics of the size are super cool. This game, this is another one where the mechanics are done really well, and it knows what it wants to do. Unlike Majora's Mask, however, I feel like it's a bit more, like Storm said, this one's okay. This one feels a bit more gimmicky. It's not bad, but it's a bit more gimmicky. Okay, here it is. Tears of the Kingdom. Fun fact. I may have beaten, Breath of the Wild 3 times. I've not gotten past this tutorial. Would it be fair to say that this might be a bit too much of a good thing? Because I'm not going to lie. I think they introduce a lot to this game that's very cool. My hip tracker isn't tracking. God, I want trackers that track. Please. Did it turn off? No. Come on, fucking... There it is. It's not bad. It's not bad by any stretch. Oh my god, I'm fucking standing again. It's not bad by any stretch. Is this my punishment? Is this my punishment for saying that this game isn't like as good as Breath of the Wild, or like just because I haven't beaten it? Will you fucking track? Jesus Christ, dude! Anybody in the market to buy me 5 Vive trackers, please? Or Slime VR trackers, please? Jesus. Anyway, good game, very good game. Not as good as Breath of the Wild, in my opinion. I don't know. I feel like it's a lot more to take in, and I feel like, unfortunately, this is totally a me thing. It's a bit too much of a good thing. I'm gonna say for this what I said for Wind Waker. Stop saying this is underrated. Actually, I don't think anybody ever said this one's underrated. Twilight Princess. What a good direction to take the Zelda franchise in. Much more dark. Much more gloomy. Body horror? Awesome. Short stack? I mean, this game's great. This game has it all. This game literally has everything you could want in a dark Zelda game. This game is a spiritual successor to... Majora's Mask in every way possible, in the best way possible. I love Midna, she's my wife. We got 5 more. Oh, okay. I haven't actually played this one. Link's Awakening. I know this has a Switch remake, but I have not played that one. Link's Awakening. Midna in true form is the door's that way. It's so good it has a Picross spinoff. Link's Awakening. I still need to play this one. I know it has a Switch remake. I know the Switch remake is very good from what I've heard. It looks fun for a Game Boy game, especially. Yes, this is the best portable Zelda. So for that, and for it first of all, for it being a handheld Zelda, I believe on the original Game Boy. Hold on. Yeah, it's not A tier, but also these are not B tiers. And by that logic, I'll keep Phantom Hourglass in C. I'll keep Phantom Hourglass in C. Yes, the Switch remake is so good, we got a sequel to it. So, I'm sorry. So, that game, fucking Link's Awakening is so good, but not its original version. The Switch remake is so good, we got a sequel to the remake. That's insane. We got 4 more. We got the classic. We got the original. The Legend of Zelda on NES. This might be one of my favorite Zelda games of all time. I need to say, when they came out of the gate with the literal perfect first entry, This, I feel like, even after all these years, holds up phenomenally well. I think this game has good, it's very simple, but it's a very fun game to explore. If you are a Zelda fan, you need to play Zelda 1. It is the foundation for everything about this franchise that is so good, and it does it so damn well. I love Zelda 1. I've beaten Zelda 1 countless times. I'll put it in A tier. Obviously, its age holds it back a little bit. It's like, putting that in S tier would be like putting the original Super Mario Bros. In S tier. There are so many better games, but it's so good. I feel like, okay, controversial statement. Zelda 1 holds up a lot better than Super Mario Bros. 1. Unlike its immediate sequel, The Legend of Zelda 2: The Adventures of Link. Okay, I'm gonna say this. People are too mean to this game. Pan, you think people are too mean to Phantom Hourglass? Think people are too mean to that? People are too mean to this. That being said, this isn't good. This is not good. It's fine. People are too mean to it. I do think it's better than people give it credit for, though. If I were to play this one, I would not dread it. I would just say, I could be playing any of those instead. Pan, you're not gonna like me. Actually. I gotta think about it in the context of, would I rather play this, or would I rather play Skyward Sword, or Minish Cap, or Link's Awakening? Actually, it's the easiest question of all time. Okay. Opinions on this game change like fucking... like every other day. Ocarina of Time is great. I think Majora's Mask is a little more focused, and I think that makes it better. In terms of 3D Zelda games, this is great. I think it's a little too linear for its own good, unlike Majora's Mask. Well, no, Majora's Mask is... The open world in Majora's Mask is more fun than the open world in Ocarina of Time. This game is a little linear. A little too linear. May I be evil? Go for it. I really need to play Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask one of these days. I need to beat Majora's Mask again. I think I haven't beaten Majora's Mask, or I need to beat Ocarina of Time again. I don't think I've beaten this game in 10 years. It's good. It's fun. I love it a lot. I don't think it's S tier. I think Majora's Mask is better. Despite me saying that Majora's Mask is no longer underrated and it's a little overrated, it's still better than Ocarina of Time. Last one, what's gonna be? I actually don't know. If it's fucking Zelda CEI. Oh my god. Oh, you know what? Of course it was gonna be. All right. Pan, I need to know something. You didn't like me because of this. How would you feel if I said I like this one even less? Is it sad to admit that I think this one is conceptually better than the Phantom Hourglass, but is executionally worse? I really tried with this one. I gave this one everything because I thought it was cool. I had a pirated copy, so I was stuck in the tutorial forever running into a cow. This one is the best. Yes, this one is a great Zelda. It inspired Zelda's down B in Smash Bros. To this day. It's not that good. It's really not that good. We did it though. We did the Zelda tier list. I say we've been going for 2 hours and almost 20 minutes. One more. I said let's do one more. And I'm saying that as well because I see some of my friends are online and I did promise them that I was going to hang out with them, but I did tell them I was streaming, so I'm like, hey, give me a little bit and I will join you. What time is it anyway? It's almost 10 o'clock. Let's do one more. Someone give me a letter. Where's crossbow training? 3. Pick number 3, my lord. Yo, Sonic tier list? There might be, but that would be too many. S. You're picking that because Sonic, aren't you? Well, maybe I'll pick something other than Sonic's. Oh god, the Smash roster is 94 entries. Fuck that. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. How do we feel about... Can I do a quick... You know what? I'm doing a quick poll. We're doing a quick 30-second poll, okay? Okay. Okay. We're gonna do a quick 1-minute poll. All right, here we go. Yeah, it's weird. Why wasn't I? You know what? I think they meant like mainline Zelda games. Your options, folks. Your options are for the next tier list and the final tier list of the night: sodas, Sonic games, and Star Wars media. We have about 30 seconds left on the poll. Go ahead and vote, whatever you want. So far, Sodas is in the lead by 4 votes with 5 in total. Sonic games and Star Wars tied for second. The Soda fans are too powerful. The Star Wars media one is the lowest with 16. The Sonic games is the longest with 34, but I am totally fine. Last one we're going to be doing. They call it Soda Machine. I'm going to try and not spend too long on this one, but I am going to give my genuine opinion. Starting with, is this a soda? Is ginger ale a soda? I guess it's a carbonated beverage. Wow, S? Really? S? What? No, yes. Ginger ale is good and Canada Dry is good. There is so much better ginger ale out there though. I'm going to give it a, you know what? It's good to drink if you got nothing else to drink. That's a solid B tier. Canada Dry is wet. Okay. I don't think this is regular. I think this is Coke Zero because it's got the black and red logo. And black and red Coca-Cola, to me, means Coke Zero. A tier, not the best soda, but it's damn good for me. I have a stomach. Yeah, that's why I put it in B. There's better. Dr. Brown's. Yeah, it's Coke Zero. This tier list may not be good for me because I'm diabetic, but I will say Coke Zero has a lot of the flavor of Coca-Cola while also being a diet drink. And for that, if you don't like Diet Coke and you miss the taste of Coca-Cola and you get a Coke Zero, it is damn near indistinguishable. They really found a way to make the Coke recipe without the Coke. I'm going to put it in A tier because I'm not a big fan of the Coke taste. You want to know what I'm even less of a fan of, though, is fucking Pepsi. This is Pepsi Cherry. I don't like Pepsi. I don't like Pepsi. I'm a Coke guy. I lied to myself for years that I was a Pepsi guy because I saw the old ads from the fucking Cola Wars, and I was like, I like Michael Jackson. He liked Pepsi. Pepsi sucks. Pepsi Cherry is better than regular Pepsi. The cherry flavor does save it a little bit. I'm putting it in B tier. Hold on now, Pepsi is fire. Yeah, fire in the means of it burns through your fucking stomach lining. And this is partially why. When it comes to the war between Diet Coke and Diet Pepsi is so much worse. Oh my God. I like Diet Coke. In fact, I'm going to take a sip of Diet Coke right now. Diet Pepsi is so much worse than Diet Coke. And I feel like part of the thing is that Pepsi in general, when it's cold or when it's warm, okay, actually, when it's room temperature, Pepsi is not that bad. But who's drinking a room temperature soda? The only reason you're drinking room temperature soda is you left it out for too long and you're like, I gotta drink something. Oops, did I put that there? Oops. Womp womp. Pepsi Man doesn't save it. Okay, so I'm not huge on orange sodas, but Sunkist is really good. I need to tell you all this. So, when I used to drink, because I don't drink much anymore because for personal reasons. I want to drink again someday. Maybe I will. Neither here nor there. Oh, you gave a hot take. Oh, you're so right. Canada Dry Ginger Ale. There are so many better ginger ales out there. Please drink one of the other ones like Dr. Brown's. Sunkist. When I used to drink, and I'm going to tell y'all a secret. Combine a shot or two of vodka, vanilla flavored vodka, with some Sunkist. Tastes exactly like a creamsicle. I'm not even kidding. Has to be vanilla vodka. Of the orange sodas, Sunkist is much better than Fanta. You know what this tastes like? This tastes like an orange lollipop. This tastes like you know the orange Tootsie Pops? That's what this tastes like. And for that, I'm putting in an A tier. Great soda. Great soda. Amazing orange soda. All right. This is going to be so weird to say, but where are all my people from Missouri at? Because I feel like this is your soda. I don't know why, but when I think of RC Cola, I think of the Midwest. Where are all my people from Wisconsin at? Your soda is here. I have literally no opinion on RC Cola. No, you get down from there. You get down from there. There we go. It was literally the soda that was like the third place in the soda wars. Not as good as Coke, but better than Pepsi. RC Cola is pretty decent. I've never had it. All I've heard is it's very middle of the road. Nobody is a fan of RC Cola. Where all my... Oh, I just got an invite. I'm gonna have to do that later. Where all my fucking trans girls at? Where all my trans girls at? Here you go. Where all my queer people at? Here you go. Here it is. So, real talk, I never had Baja Blast until recently, and even then I had to have Baja Blast Diet. Oh my God, I get it. I get why you like it so much. It's so fucking good. It's so fucking good. I love Baja Blast, dude. Like, every time I'm like, I want a treat of a soda, I get Baja Blast, dude. I get the sugar-free Baja Blast. Oh my God, I so get why fucking gay people love it so much. You guys are not gonna like me. I don't like Dr. Pepper. And unlike Pepsi, I don't think the cherry saves it. Baja Blast makes me trans and queer, so that's where the programmer socks came from. Hi, Coffee. Perfect for your Taco Bell bathroom special. I don't like Dr. Pepper. I don't like Dr. Pepper at all. I'm one of those people who thinks Dr. Pepper tastes like medicine. I'm so sorry. And the cherry, I'm just thinking it's gonna taste like fucking NyQuil. You guys aren't gonna like me at all. Dr. Pepper tastes like medicine. Isn't Dr. Pepper already cherry? Liquid NyQuil. What do you mean liquid NyQuil? Do you mean just NyQuil? I don't think Dr. Pepper has a PhD. They took it away from him. Ah, vanilla Coke. So I'm gonna be real. I've tried vanilla Coke before because I love vanilla. I love vanilla flavor. Vanilla Coke isn't all it's cracked up to be. I feel like I don't really taste the vanilla, and if I do, it's such an artificial vanilla that it's not good. Where's root beer? We're only 10 like items into the list. C tier. It's not that good. All right, 90s kids, you're gonna need to back me up on this because I'm a 2000s kid. Was Surge actually good, or was it just a soda where it's like, oh, it's 90s, it's radical? Like, is that the reason why people love it so much, or? You understand this man to the penis explosion team. Extremely subtle, but it's there and it barely changes. Yeah. Is Surge actually that good, or is it not? It's nostalgia slot, probably better back then. So it's kind of like the Slimer, whatever they're called, the Slimer drinks. Too young to taste it back then. I've heard it's just one of those drinks where it's, you know what, it's RC Cola. It's one of those drinks where people say they like it more because of the nostalgia than anything. Where all my fucking British people at? You love Pepsi Zero. Or as you guys call it, Pepsi Max. Oh, I love me Pepsi Max, mate. Righto. You know what's fucking me up, Squid? You're saying you're born in 2003 and my brain was like, wait a second, you shouldn't be here. You're not over 18. Wait, yes you are. Oh, fuck. I'm old. You know everything I said about Coke Zero? It applies to Pepsi, except Pepsi is not as good. Fine. No. Low B tier. Low B tier. It is everything the same about Coke Zero, except it applies to Pepsi, and Pepsi is not as good as Coca-Cola. Pepsi Max makes me British. So is that where the knife collection came from? What? Where are all my 50-year-olds at? Does anyone drink Pib? All I know Pib from is American Dad. Because there is that episode where Stan and Francine get obsessed over Mr. Pibb. Is Pib or Pib Extra any good? I don't know. I do not drink the knockoff. Hello, Heather. I'm gonna put it in... No, it's not fair. I can't rank it. This is... You know what? Okay, this is fair. You know why? And you know what? That's why Canada Dry is on here. This is called Soda Machine. It is literally just anything you'd find in a soda machine. Water. If you don't like water, please go to a doctor. I remember, dude, I can never get the fucking video out of my head of Asmongold drinking water, grimacing like he's disgusted, and then drinking like Mountain Dew. That man has ruined his mouth with soda and sugary snacks to the point where water makes him want to puke. Please go see a doctor. Oh. 7-Up. So, I haven't drinking a lot of 7-Up. Is it basically like a Sprite / Sierra Mist kind of drink? Is it kind of like a lemony limey kind of drink? Kind of. Because I only drank 7-Up when I was a kid. I'm gonna be real with you. It's not bad. Or Sprite Cranberry. It's not bad. I wouldn't have it over a Sprite. I would have it over a Sierra Mist. It's a B tier. I feel comfortable saying 7-Up's a B tier. It's fun. It's fine. I think they really like it in Japan. What the fuck? When was the last time you saw Black Cherry Vanilla Coca-Cola? You know, speaking of water, I'm gonna have a water sip. When was the last time you had Black Cherry Vanilla Coca-Cola? Judging from that label, this is from like the 90s or the 2000s. So, yeah. Hello, mousy little guy. I want men. When was this a thing? The fuck? Okay, the black cherry sounds fine. The vanilla sounds I'm gonna put this in C tier. This is Earthbound music. I know that. I guess this counts. Soda machine. Gatorade. Now here's the thing. What flavor of more better. What color of Gatorade? We don't call Gatorade by its flavors. We call Gatorade by its color. And if you call it by its flavor, then you're wrong. Red? Okay. Here's my thing. Rattle off some Gatorade colors. Red is great. Red fruit punch, red is great. Orange is fine. The best flavor is yellow. Light blue is really good. Dark blue is really good. White's not good. Purple's fine. It depends on the mood. What else do we have? Is there a green Gatorade? Green apple Gatorade? Huh, I haven't actually had that one. I want to think like Goblin BF. It's the one that's edible. So, I like Gatorade. I can't drink too much of it. I feel weird if I do. I don't know, like not like, you know, the fucking red 40 is gonna get me. The Nintendo shit cube. White is fucking. It's censored. White is fucking. That's awesome. It is the guy saying Nintendo. Yeah, the Nintendo shit cube. If you're at a soda fountain and you're getting Gatorade, you're fucking weird, bro. Ah, wait. Coke Zero. That's Coca-Cola. Well, I guess, okay. Because I said Coke Zero is just Coca-Cola without the sugar. Okay. If you're a diabetic like me and you do like the taste of Coca-Cola, you are going to prefer Coke Zero for obvious reasons because it has a lot of, if not the same exact flavor as regular Coca-Cola. If you can drink sugar... Oh my god, there's fucking hair right in my viewfinder and I just need to move it. There we go. I'm gonna put them in the same tier because they do have literally the same, if not a similar taste. If you can have sugar, you're gonna want to go for regular Coke. If you can't, you're going for Coke Zero, and I get it. I'm gonna have that health check. So I get it. Same thing, not the same thing. Very, very similar. Close enough to the point where you could give someone a Coke Zero and a Coca-Cola, and they would be hard pressed to find the difference. Here's regular Mountain Dew. Nowhere near as good as Baja Blast. Nowhere near as fucking good as Baja Blast. Oh man. Oh, so not good. When I drink Baja Blast, I'm like, I'm having a sweet treat. When I drink Mountain Dew, I'm like, I'm ruining my kidneys. This makes me feel gross. I'm sorry. B tier. Yeah, fine. I'll be a little nice. It's a low B tier. It's a low B tier. It's not A tier. Baja Blast is A tier. All right, well, we're back to the fucking not a doctor. The original slogan for Mountain Dew is tickle your insides. If you're drinking Dr. Pepper, you're drinking it for the flavor. And the diet makes the flavor worse. Or is such a different flavor. I'm not putting in an F tier because I'm being nice to you all. Be thankful. Diet Dr. Pepper. Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. Never mind. I'm not being nice anymore. Fuck you. Fine. Fuck you. No sympathy. We have 11 remaining. What the fuck is this? What? Hey, Grandpa, you want some of your favorite cheer wine from 1917? What is cheer wine? What? Get out of here. Get out of here, brother. What is New Grape? Is this from the fucking 90s too? What's New Grape? What is New Grape? Is Cuphead drinking this shit? Hey, Mugman, you want a cup of cheer wine? I don't know what New Grape is. What is New Grape? What the fuck is New? Get out of here. Stay in the fucking 90s. Okay. But wow, that is a horrible logo. That's a horrible, like, fucking image for the logo. Barks. This is a root beer, right? Hey, Storm, you were waiting on a root beer. Did you know you can learn how to draw a cute rabbit on the hub? Huh? I really don't like root beer. I really don't like root beer. At the very least, Mug has a cool mascot. I don't like root beer. Okay. Can I be funny? The ice pops are better than the drink. Yeah, what's up? What's up, Storm? Suck my balls. Anyway, Minute Maid. I like Minute Maid. It's a good lemonade. If you're going to a soda machine and you're getting a lemonade, you're kind of weird. I mean, okay, you know what? Lemonade is the only acceptable drink when you are at an Auntie Anne's, when you're getting a hot dog, or like literally if you're in like a public space, like a fair or a baseball game or a football game and it's a hot day, okay? I will accept that. It's a B tier drink, I'd say. I wouldn't get offended if you got a lemonade. I'd just be a little confused why you didn't get a what the fuck? Why are you here twice? What? Wait, where are you? What? Okay, fine. Fine, get in the B tier again. I prefer every other Minute Maid beverage except for regular lemonade. Ooh, okay, you probably already saw it, but fun thing about me, I think Powerade is worse than Gatorade. To me, the flavor of Powerade is so much more muted. Like, Powerade genuinely has a worse flavor to me than Gatorade. So, yeah, worse. Worse than Gatorade, not bad, putting it in C tier. Okay, this is where people like Storm are gonna hate me. I love Diet Coke. I am one of those freaks who actually prefers the taste of Diet Coke to something like Coke Zero. I am not sorry to say that I actually really do like the flavor of Diet Coke. It's more than passable in my opinion. Fucking dude, whatever. I love Diet Coke. You know what? Specifically because, despite people, I drink Diet Coke a lot. That's why I have kidney stones. I don't, but I probably will. This is fun. We got 4 remaining. Okay. I doubt they're going to have the no sugar version, so I'm going to lump that into Sprite is the best lemon lime drink. Better than Sierra Mist. Better than 7-Up. Sprite fucking rocks. Okay? Sprite is damn good. And I don't want anybody disagreeing with me. And I don't think anybody will disagree with me. I feel like it's hard to disagree with me. Because Sprite is just generally good, you know? Like, Sprite is just a generally good drink. Not a Sprite cranberry. What the fuck is Starry? Starry is Sierra Mist. Okay, so do you guys know the actual story why they had to change? So, fun fact. There is a TikTok influencer who I believe does more raunchy, I don't want to say adult content, but maybe that's the right label. But her name was Sierra Mist. And Pepsi came at her with a cease and desist, saying, you can't use this name. Now, I believe she spelled it differently, but it was such close spelling that Pepsi said, you can't use this name anymore because it infringes on our brand. It's harming our brand image. Turns out, Pepsi had filed a patent which had expired on Sierra Mist, the name. So she re-upped the patent under her own name and went after Pepsi saying, I think you're harming my brand image by using a similar name. So Pepsi had to do this whole big marketing campaign on how they're renaming, or they're getting rid of Sierra Mist, but they have this new lemon lime drink. Oh, it's a new lemon lime drink called Star. It's the same thing. Anyway, Sprite's on top. You know what it is? Most sodas make you feel like, oh yeah, that was good. Sprite leaves me feeling a little more refreshed. I'm gonna be nice to you people and you better fucking thank me. That's not where it goes. That's not it. That's too nice. I'm gonna be nice to you people and I'm gonna put Dr. Pepper in C tier because I do not like Dr. Pepper in the fucking slice. I do not like the taste of Dr. Pepper. I've never liked the taste of Dr. Pepper. I wish my hip tracker would work. Jesus Christ. I do not like the taste of Dr. Pepper, but fine. Would have put it in D tier. That's brisk, baby. Okay, hey, who said iced tea? We have iced tea finally. we finally have iced tea on this. Imagine legally getting fucked. That's right, she was an OF model. So, do you like green eggs and ham? Brisk is fine. Brisk is not the best iced tea. Really? You think it's peak? I mean, I like Arizona more if I'm gonna get a pre-made tea. I prefer the Crystal Lights, like, you know, mix it yourself teas. I'm not putting it in S tier, but I will put it in A tier because I do think it is it's a very good iced tea. I think the flavor is not the best. That's my personal take. It's not the best. It's very good though. It's very fucking good. Last one on the list. What do we think it is? It's, oh, okay. Underrated drink of the century. So, I like Hawaiian Punch. I like Fruit Punch. I think Kool-Aid is better. That being said, like I said, underrated drink. This on a hot day, in a cold, I will not hear any argument. You know, I'm fine. Yeah, fuck it. I won't harshly disagree. I would say it's like a, hold on. Don't kill me yet. Don't kill me, please. I'm gonna say it's a low S tier. It is teetering on A tier, but it's very good. But with that, it didn't play the jingle again for obvious reasons, but we're all done. We did it. 3 tier lists in just under 3 hours. Kool-Aid is better? Yeah. But we have done it. We have finished 3 tier lists in 3 hours, just under. And that is where I think we're going to call it. That is where I think we're going to end it because it's been, yeah, almost, Jesus. It's been almost 3 hours. I want to join off my friends who are playing. And yeah, with that all being said, I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you're subscribed, which if you're not, you should definitely consider doing so. You got a bunch of cool emotes. Whoa, Cooler Kirby Soup. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome. But with that all being said, again, I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you're subscribed, which if you're not, you should definitely consider doing so. You got a bunch of cool emotes, get to skip the ads, and get to support me directly. If you are subscribed, you know the raid message is Rabbit Raid. I'm going to look for someone to raid. I'm going to look through my list. There's a few people I see online. Oh, you know what? I think we have somewhat of an obligation. Seth is live right now, and she is playing some Monster Hunter Wilds, and she has something really fucking cool that she's showing off on stream for the first time. You guys are gonna have to come by and see it because I'm not gonna tell you. But again, I want to thank you all so much for watching. I am not gonna be streaming this weekend. I'm not gonna be doing a stream. Maybe on Sunday. That's a big maybe. I will be coming back on Monday at the very least. If nothing else, I'm going to put out my schedule on Sunday where I'll be putting out my streams for the week. So be sure to look forward to that. We have a lot of cool stuff planned, especially the beginning of my next long play series, which is going to be The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. So be sure to look forward to that. And again, thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to go share all the love with Seth. She's got something really, really fucking cool that she's showing off on stream, and I think you guys are really going to like it because it's really well made, and she was so excited about it. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, oh, it's going to be so perfect, it's going to fade out. Yes, it's good enough, whatever. Until next time, I'll see y'all at the next stream. Bye.